Meet Barron Trump, whose hairbrush is probably worth more than your entire month's rent. He's the youngest child of Donald Trump and is much loved by his entire family, especially his mother Melania. Needless to say, we saw quite a bit of Barron Trump in 2016. Ever since Donald Trump announced that he was going to run for president, Barron Trump was quickly immersed in the spotlight. But who is this child, and what exactly do we know about him? Join us as we uncover some of the facts about Barron Trump. Barron is Trump's third son, along with Melania Trump's only child. He has 4 step-siblings that all have quite a large age gap between them. The second youngest, Tiffany Trump, is 13 years older than Barron. Ivanka, Eric, and Donald Trump Jr. are children from Donald's first marriage, while Tiffany is the child that Donald had with Marla Maples. Donald and Melania were married for about a year prior to Barron's birth, and it would seem as though Barron Trump has a pretty awesome life. As Donald Trump's son, how could he really not? His mother, Melania, is desperately trying to keep him out of the spotlight and all of the drama that surrounds Donald Trump's presidency, and is ensuring that her son has the best life possible. So far, it would seem as though she's doing a pretty good job. The origin of the name. So where exactly does the name Barron come from? As it turns out, Trump's biographer has said that it's a reference to Barron Hilton, the son of the Hilton Hotel's founder. Others say that the name hints at Trump's desire for royal German ancestry. And even others say that he might be named after Donald Trump's fake publicist persona. What's that? Yes, this is of course a rumor, but many claim that the name Barron followed Trump way back into his past. According to the Washington Post, Donald Trump has used the name John Barron in order to promote and advocate himself to journalists. For some reason, we really don't know why this seems like a possible explanation. Barron made history. Did you know that Barron Trump has made White House history when his father became president? As it turns out, Barron will be the first president's son to live in the White House since John F. Kennedy Jr. in 1963. Of course, he's not really making the White House his home quite yet. That's because his mother is keeping him in New York because she's determined that he needs to finish his studies first and be the president's son second. Donald Trump has said that Barron will be moving to D.C. as soon as he finishes school. Little Donald. Melania Trump claims that Barron Trump has many of his father's characteristics and personality. She says he's determined, creative, and outspoken, just like his father. In fact, he reminds her of his father so much that she gave him the nickname of Little Donald, saying that he's very strong-minded, very special, and very smart. She's even commented about him being independent and opinionated, and that he knows exactly what he wants. Cosmetics. Barron Trump is already a fan of the luxurious life that he was born into, but did you know that his mother produced a skincare line that later failed to launch? And it would seem to be the skincare that Barron Trump seems to love. Unless this was a marketing scheme and a hope for the relaunch of Melania's skincare, it would seem as though Barron likes to use a luxurious face cream that's made out of caviar every single night. And no, we are not going to say the name. Raised without nanny. If there's one thing that Melania Trump loves, it's to be a mother. She claims that she has raised her son without the aid of nannies or babysitters. Now, it may make sense why she was so absent during the presidential campaign, and why she refuses to live in the White House before Barron finishes school. She's been on record as saying that she doesn't need any help in raising Barron, and that Barron needs a parent, so she's with him all the time. Of course, you should take this with a grain of salt, because Page 6 has reported that Donald Trump acknowledges that there is a young woman who apparently works for Barron. And you know, that's basically what a nanny does. But another source has reported that Melania actually picks him up from school and raises him practically by herself. Melania has also made a good point by saying that if you have too much help, you don't really get to know your child. Stylin and Profilin. Barron Trump wears a suit every day. Because suits are the new sweatpants, you know. And when your parents can afford a whole wardrobe of suits that are probably way more comfortable than regular clothing, why would you have it any other way? Barron even wore a suit to his sister Ivanka's book launch when he was just 3 years old. And as it turns out, dress to impress is definitely in the family's motto. Expensive schooling. What else would you expect from Donald Trump's child? Barron Trump attends Columbia Grammar and Prep School in Manhattan, where one semester's tuition costs almost $50,000. That's why he probably wears a suit every day, because his school requires a snazzy uniform. But attending a private school as the president's son does have its downsides. Parents at the school are freaking out because Donald Trump's presidential victory has apparently created quite a few headaches. Many are worried about the security of their own children, and others even complain about inconveniences, like the school's elevator being blocked off for Melania in 2016. Even though Melania is trying to make sure her son has a normal life, it's clear that being the president's son in school does have its downsides. The parents often rant about traffic and disruption in the school area, saying that the issues have gotten even worse since Donald Trump took office. So, good luck, parents. Although we're pretty sure that Donald Trump could build his own school for his son if he wanted to, you're going to have to deal with the consequence. Golf enthusiast. Golfing seems to be the ultimate bonding tool between Barron Trump and his dad, and the White House is going to offer plenty of golfing opportunities for the two. As if Donald Trump couldn't just jump into a plane and fly to any golf course that he wants. Now, the golf courses will be completely privatized, and they'll have every green to themselves. Graffiti artist. Melania has ratted out Barron and told a parenting magazine that he likes to draw on the walls of Trump Tower and has used an entire floor as his own living room. We do know that he's taken his crayons and markers to the walls. But really, why would you want a silly little White House when you have your own penthouse floor in Trump Tower? Barron Trump is bilingual. Born to a Slovenian mother, Melania wanted to make sure that her child doesn't forget the roots of his family, which goes far beyond America and Trump real estate. Melania revealed that Barron speaks fluent Slovenian, which is quite impressive considering how hard the language might be to learn for a native English speaker. Barron uses his Slovenian with his grandparents who live near the Trump Tower. Barron will stay out of the spotlight. We've covered the most rebellious presidential children and their antics in the White House before, but from what it looks like, Barron Trump plans to be a good boy. Melania will probably shield him from the public eye and provide him with as normal of a childhood as possible. And she's even said herself that she wants to keep him out of the spotlight for now. Although considering that she calls him the Little Donald, we're pretty sure that Barron will end up creating a spotlight of his own. Controversies. Now, let's not forget that Barron Trump is a child, and yet, as the president's son, he gets criticized more than his adult half-siblings do. Let's not forget Rosie O'Donnell sharing a video that implies Barron may be autistic. The video has since been taken down as the person posting it got quite a backlash, but it brings an issue of the public going after an innocent child. The YouTuber who originally created the video has been sued by Melania's lawyers, and Rosie O'Donnell has claimed that she didn't mean it in a malicious way. And then there's the Saturday Night Live writer who shook the world with her insulting tweet towards Trump's youngest child. Katie Rich tweeted that Barron will be this country's first homeschool shooter. The public quickly called for her resignation, and then the writer deactivated her account in order to avoid the backlash. She has since apologized for the tweet and was fired from SNL. Even Chelsea Clinton has defended Barron Trump, saying that Barron deserves the chance that every child does to be a kid. Standing up for every kid also means opposing the policies that hurt kids. Chelsea knows firsthand how the public's backlash can hurt a president's child when she stumbled under fire herself in 1992. That's when SNL's writers made comments about Chelsea Clinton's appearance when she was just 12 years old, saying that adolescence has been unkind to her, but that she could turn into a babe in waiting. And let's not forget what Lorne Michaels, the producer of SNL, said, quote, "She's just a kid who didn't choose to be in public life, and neither is Barron Trump." So when exactly is Barron Trump coming to Washington, D.C.? No one really quite knows, although the Donald has made it rather clear that his child will be joining the Trump family once he finishes school. But will he be attending school in D.C., and where? All eyes seem to be on the private school Sidwell Friends, where presidents have sent their children over the last 3 decades. Others disagree, since the school is known for their liberal agenda, which might not agree with Donald Trump's politics. Of course, we're pretty sure that Barron Trump is going to attend a prestigious school in order to finish his studies. The other question? What will he study exactly? Will he go in his father's footsteps and do something like business management? Or will he go after whatever he wants, unhindered by his mother? As of now, we're going to have to wait a few years to find out, but we do wish Barron Trump the very best of fortunes in the future. These have been just a few of the facts that we've uncovered about the youngest Trump Barron. But what do you know, and what did I miss? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. We'll start off things with the Donald first wife, Ivana. This is the woman that he's had the most children with, including his infamous Skittles-loving son and his stone-faced daughter, both of whom were included on The Celebrity Apprentice. The pair married in 1997 and had a pretty great marriage up until the early 90s when rumors began to circulate that Trump was having an affair with Marla Maples.